So, garden tour, end of May 2016. Got to be a bit careful because of the new kittens, not to let them out. So I'll start with the conservatory door closed. Going down the steps, maybe you can see that this one here is new, and there's one that's further down that's been renewed because they were rotting. I put the bird table away for the summer, and the African monster plant has taken its place on the bird table. So we've had a delivery of silver birch, and there's also the remains of this cherry tree here. You can see everything's looking really green. Hazelnut bush, it's really impenetrable leaves now. More wood. I'm just in the process of splitting the silver birch delivery, and that's how I do it. There's this metal wedge here, and I whack it with this big hammer until it splits the log in two. Sometimes it takes 20 or 30 whacks, but you can see that everywhere's looking really green, and we've got all the little wild flowers, daisies, buttercups, but also these little blue ones. I don't know if you can see them there. And the flower beds are looking really great. Should maybe pull back and show you the other cherry tree, which has been really majorly pruned. Big branches chopped off, and that's what's left of those there. Also got to process that and put it in the wood store. So going down towards the end of the garden, following the water hose we used to water it with when it's necessary. At the moment everything is quite wet because it's rained quite a lot, and I've just come down here for a quick shot of our new meadow area. We seeded that with seeds that are native to this part of the country, and you can see it's just really nicely coming on now. All the sort of wildflowers, poppies, and these blue ones are cornflower, and daisies and all sorts of stuff here, vetch, everything that's still ongoing. There's going to be new ones going. And then up here to where we usually have breakfast when we have time in the mornings outside. So Ronya's grave was on the last video. See, I engraved Ronya on it, if that's clear, on this soapstone. And this is also a meadow area with lots of wild sage. The purple ones are wild sage, and lots of oxeye daisies. The meadow from the other side. A mini meadow, and then the lawn's looking sort of reasonable length. It's not been mowed for a couple of weeks, so it's just looking nice, not too over ordentlich. So, as they'd say in Germany, too not over neat. Still hoping that this pile of stones will attract lizards at some stage, and slow worms, but nothing yet. That's the border of our garden now. You can see where the rope is. And coming this way, this is where we usually have our evening meal, if the weather's okay. And then coming back up, you can see that the rhubarb's done quite well. We've had a couple of meals, a couple of puddings from rhubarb and custard. And all the flowers, The potatoes coming on nicely. In the little area of oxeye daisies and buttercups, and then this is what the previous neighbour had planted. We're still sort of getting the benefit of all the things that she planted. The tulips are over now, and various vegetables, kohlrabi, onions, lettuce. The strawberries are coming on quite nicely. You can see there's a little strawberry bed here, and this is also what the neighbour planted, these flag irises. Reminds me of Granny and Granda Taylor's garden of flag irises. And Finkston rose, that's called Finkston rose, so Whitsuntide rose, I suppose. So the shed's still looking nice. Got to weed the area around the shed, so getting lots of weeds, and also on this paved area here there's lots of weeds. I've got to do that at some stage. I'll come round the side of the astronomy shed. The walnut tree, we wanted to cut off this branch at the left hand side because it's right over the astronomy shed, but they wouldn't allow us to do that, and in a way I'm glad because it would have spoiled the look of the tree. It's a really imposing tree. It's the biggest one in the garden and really, really huge. Also this mountain ash rowan, this rowan tree here. Also there's two of them actually, they're quite big. And then back to the wood splitting area, back up to the garden, just to give you an idea of what the garden looks like in May really. And it's a nice, not too warm day. It's clouded with a bit of sort of hazy sunshine, perfect for wood splitting. Back up to see what the kittens are up to, what they managed to wreck. Yeah, and they can see that I'm coming. And they're siblings. We don't really know what sex they are yet. Very difficult to tell. But they're very different. This one here is quite cheeky and very inquisitive, and as you see, the other one has actually run away. She's not quite as, she or he is not quite so brave. Okay, so that's the garden tour for the end of May 2016.